woman's supposed to have on a dress. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Deuteronomy 22 and 5 says, look.
Yes, he did. Prove to me he did. Yeah, exactly. Read. Come see. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Read. Chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Hold on. Joshua 6. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now my question to you is, what pertains unto a man? Because all our educated people know that pants, that dresses belong to women. Yeah, I know. Read.
I want to see my enemies bleeding, trying to live forever, kill my peppers. I'm getting ready for the fight, making sacrifices cause I want eternal life, yeah. If I want the kingdom, I know that's gonna be the price, yeah.
Hey, thank y'all for checking out the video. Don't forget to check us out on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. I'll let you get back to it.
Hey, look, what can help solve our community?
What can help solve our community? That's your question, sis? First and foremost, okay. What? No, read that. Watch this. This one thing that goes on in our communities with a lot of our young men. Watch.
2 Samuel, chapter 10, verse 4. Wherefore Haman took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks.
So, stop right there. So watch this, sis. One problem our young men have, which they don't realize is a shameful thing, is the sagging of the pants.
That's right.
Just that alone would change the mindset of our men. If we would pull our pants up, we become more presentable. When cops see us walking around with our ass out, they already know our thought process.
Right.
You understand? So just that's the first thing. That's one of the first things that will begin to change our communities, because that means our young men have started to change their mindset. Right. You understand what I'm saying, sis? Watch. They got some on that? Read.
When they told it unto David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. So,
like I said, that's a shameful thing for us men to walk around with our behinds out.
Right.
That's homosexual tendencies. In the days of slavery, watch this. In the days of slavery, that's how each slave plantation owner, when he would visit another plantation, that's how he knew which slave was already broken. You know? He was able to go to that slave because he knew that slave had been dominated already. His manhood had been taken from him already. So bring it up to today, our young men do that willingly as a trend. As a trend they do that. But watch this. Off of the men, give me Deuteronomy 20, give me 1 Timothy 2 and 9. Sis, this for you. What's gonna change our communities? This is what I'm showing you. These subtle acts right here is what's gonna change our communities. Watch. Got me? Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women.
That who?
Women.
Who we talking about, sis? Women, read.
Adorn themselves in modest apparel.
That's another thing that will change our communities. How do you see our young sisters walking around today? But you see it though. You willfully don't pay attention to it, but you can't help but to see it. They walk around with their breasts out. They walk around with their behinds out. This is why the nations don't respect us as a people. Right. This is what's going to change our community, God's laws.
Right.
In the sight of the nation. That's why the people don't respect us. Because we are in a degenerate mind state right now. Read.
Chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
So we was taught statutes and judgments. Statutes is what we got from God on how we should move, on how we should operate as a people. Read.
that ye should do them in the land, whether ye go to possess it.
So whatever land we end up in, we're supposed to be keeping God's laws.
That's right.
And keeping those laws would exemplify something in us. Read.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
This is our what?
Wisdom.
Do we walk around these streets of Baton Rouge looking like we got wisdom? Do we look wise walking around these streets? No, we look like complete idiots. I'm going to call a spade a spade. Right. We look like complete fools walking around the streets of Baton Rouge without God's laws.
Right.
Read.
And your understanding.
Understanding. We don't look like we have understanding. Our women, look, listen, since our women are walking outside with nothing on, literally, that does not display understanding. That is a degenerate mind state. Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nation.
So when we keep in God's laws, our women dress properly, our men pull their pants up and look more presentable and respectable. Guess what? The nations look at us and they be like, this is a wise and understanding people. Right. Because God's laws is what's going to change our communities. Nothing I say, nothing you say, it's nothing the white man say, nothing how you doing, bro. Nothing they say going to change. God's laws is what's going to change our communities. You got a question, no, brother? No? Hey, all right, you listening? So help me out real quick. Name one problem that you see in Baton Rouge, in your community, that needs to be addressed. One problem. The violence. All right, good. Hey, that's a good point. Give me you know what I want? Give me that. The violence in our communities. That's good. My brother been speaking on that for the last 30 minutes. That is a issue in our neighborhoods. Read.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So the Lord had a controversy with us, a beef with us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. He have a controversy with us. Why? He's going to tell you. Read.
Because there is no truth nor mercy.
There's no truth nor mercy. You just said violence is an issue in our community. I was reading the other day, a brother just got shot on what's that? Right here, the main street up here. Airline, at a gas station. No mercy whatsoever. Read.
Nor knowledge of God in the land.
Because we don't have God's laws. So you don't get no truth in our community. You don't have no mercy in our community. Brothers will kill each other at the drop of a dime over some foolishness, over internet beef. And
right.
You know that. Most of this start on the internet and it spilled out into our communities. Brothers who grew up together. Brothers who went to school together. Brothers who used to be homeboys.
Right.
Will turn the gun on each other. Why? I'm going to show you why. Hold it. Hold what you got.
Bring it out!
I'm going to give you, why is that? This is why. This right here is why, and this is why. That's why brothers don't have no problems. Young as yourself, you got a long life to live, bro. Right. So I'm telling you straight, you're gonna fall victim if you following this. Right. This is why a lot of our young brothers at 18, 19, even younger than that, are going to prison for life. And these people call that sweat equity because you're gonna be in prison. You're gonna be working for 2 cents a day.
But as former warden and even as a jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration.
Former Florida prison warden Raul Bonasco explaining why it would be more beneficial to sentence Sean Gathright to life without parole instead of death.
Do inmates sentenced to death contribute to the prison workforce in any way?
No.
That one moment has since gone viral, shocking people around the nation, including Ian Manuel.
What went through your mind when you watched that clip and heard him say that?
He said the quiet part out loud. You know, the 13th Amendment in the United States Constitution allows slavery for incarcerated people.
That's why a lot of our young brothers at 18, 19, even younger than that, are going to prison for life. And these people call that sweat equity because you're going to be in prison. You're going to be working for 2 cents a day. You understand? Back in slavery. This is what we have to change, man. Give me, drop that, give me 2 Corinthians 11 and 4. Because this is the problem. I bet you wonder, like, how could this be the problem? That's what you're thinking of. Like, how is this the problem? That don't make sense. That's not lining up. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this and that. That's the problem with black men today. That is the problem. Watch, read.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 4. For if he that cometh preaching another Jesus.
Stop. What color is Jesus Christ? He's black. You know that. But before you was told that, what color they pushed? White. So that's another Jesus, right? Because you just admitted Jesus is a black man. So with that white image, that's another Jesus. Read.
Whom we have not preached.
Because the prophets, the disciples, they didn't walk with no white Jesus. The prophets didn't speak of no white Jesus. Read.
Right. Or if ye receive another spirit.
Because with that other image comes another spirit. Read.
Which ye have not received.
That's not the spirit of the Bible. That's not the spirit of God. Check it out, though, bro. Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't lose focus. Stay with me. Come close. Come close. Come close. You my little brother. You want to deal with you. Come closer, sis. Come closer.
The Bible says,
sis, you don't need that right now. You don't need that right now, sis. I guarantee you don't need it right now. Chill. Look, watch this.
If people were wrong, like
these religions, look at the years. Look at the year. The Baptist religion was created when? 1608. What was your people at?
Yeah, they built it
in slavery. So on and so forth. Mormon religion, 1830. Seventh-day Adventists, 1863. Jehovah's Witness, 1872. Pentecostal religion in 1901. What do all these religions have in common? They were taught by who? The same people that had us in slavery.
That's right.
That's another spirit. That is another spirit that we are receiving in these churches from our so-called leaders. Because the black man, the black so-called black preachers today, all they do is utter the same garbage that they was taught.
Right.
And we soak it up. So when we look at each other, we don't see this on the end. We don't see Christ as the black man in each other.
Hey, watch out, Tim. Watch out, watch out.
When that man see you or your ops, because we the only people that got ops, that's amazing, right? But when he see you as an enemy or opposition. And he don't have no problem with killing you because you don't look like this. That's the devil, bro. Hang it up. Know what I'm saying? Read.
Which have not received or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
Because with these different religions, bro, came another gospel. It came, God love everybody. John 3:16. Everybody can go to heaven. All you got to do is say, God forgive me. That ain't biblical. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you what the true gospel is. I'm going to show you what the gospel is, my sister. Because like I said, with this, you can put that up. With this, that's another gospel, another spirit that's complete and utter foolishness right there. That's not biblical. We come straight out this Bible because we know who this Bible talking to. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Thou, holy, give me 1 and 1. Thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The question now is, who is he talking to? That is the biggest question. We read this Bible through white man's eyes. We read it through the eyes of our lying-ass pastors. Who the Bible talking to? Because it talked to the same people from the beginning all the way to the end.
Right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Bible talking to because it talked to the same people from the beginning all the way to the end.
Right.
Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
All who?
Israel.
Moses speaking unto the Israelites, not the whole world. The whole world wasn't with them then in the wilderness. Sis, where you see yourself on this sign? Come on, my sister, stay with me. You asked the question, I'm trying to give you the answer so you don't walk away from here lost and confused as when you walked up.
Teach.
You understand, my sister? So, these are the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is who Moses was talking to in the wilderness. Go back to chapter 7, verse 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said you holy, sis. You know what holy mean? Give me Leviticus 20 and 26. That's what I want. Leviticus 20 and 26. Read.
Leviticus chapter 20 verse 26. And ye shall be holy.
God said, ye shall be holy, you Israelites, read.
Unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have served you.
He did what?
Served you.
You know what severed means is? To separate.
That's right.
If we have a loaf of bread right here and I cut it in half, I just severed it from that other piece. You understand? So God, that's what holy mean. Holy mean to be separate from all these other nations.
See,
that's what God is telling us. Go back. Stop.
For thou art a holy people.
Thou art a separate people. You separate because when Moses was speaking in the beginning, he said he's speaking unto the children of who? Stay with me, sis. The children of Israel. That's the separate people. It wasn't everybody. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
God chose you, my sister, and your nation to be a special people. Read.
Unto himself.
Unto himself. Read.
Above all people.
Whoa. You heard that, my sister? What did it say? What about all people? Did it say equal to all people? It did? Let's read it again.
To be a special people.
Special people.
Unto himself. Above all people.
What it said? What about all people? Did it say equal to all people? What it said? Say it with me. Come on, listen. You gotta stay focused, my sister. Come on now. Hey, look, come on. I know it's hot, but we out here. Hey, it's even hotter where most of our people, 2/3 of our people gonna end up if they don't keep these commands.
Right.
So don't even worry about that. This is my minister right here. This is a small thing. Read.
Above all people.
What it say? Above all people. God is not about equality. God said, I got a certain people, y'all special, y'all holy, and y'all above all people in my eyes. Read.
They are upon the face of the earth.
They say you above everybody. Now that's what I call special.
Right.
You know why I call that special? Because God already has said that we're special.
That's right.
What's some things that's going to change our community? That was your question, right? Something like that, something along those lines. Knowing that God chose us to be special and acting accordingly.
Right.
That's what's going to change our communities.
Bring it out.
Yep, give me that. But you know why? You know why our communities haven't changed yet? I'm gonna let the Bible tell you. Read.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
The what?
The truth.
Read.
And the truth shall make you free.
That's why our communities haven't changed yet, because we haven't been taught the truth. We've been taught lies. Who taught us these lies? Who is the so-called leaders of the community? Isaiah 9:16. Who is the so-called leaders of the community? I mean, I'm with you on that because we really don't have none. So I'm with you on that. But who do people look at as leaders? Would be the what? The ministers, the pastors, the reverends, right? They're supposed to be the leaders of the community, right? But what have they done? Read.
Isaiah chapter 9 verse 16. For the leaders of this people.
The what?
Leaders of this people.
That's your pastors. That's your city councilmen. That's your policemen who's from our communities. of our nation. That's these people. That's supposed to be the leaders, read.
Cause them to err.
They caused the people to err, meaning to be in error. Specifically, these Christian pastors taught our people to be in error. Read.
And they that are led of them are destroyed.
That's why our community is destroyed. Our so-called leaders, these pastors who supposed to be feeding us spiritually, are not.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They have us in error so bad to where most of us become atheists and don't even believe in God. We start uttering things that's not even in the Bible.
Right.
Come as you are. God know my heart. Yeah, he know it. He know it's wicked as hell. That's what he know. Because how these pastors called us to be in error, Malachi 2 and 7. How these pastors caused us as a whole nation to be in error. Look at it. We are so dumbed down to the point that we will look at the pastor talk with the Bible in his hand and never question what verse he reading or what is he really saying. Because why? We going there for a feel-good message. We're not going there to be corrected.
Right.
That's the problem with the Christian church. That's the problem with the pastors. That is ultimately the problem with our communities now. Nobody wants to be corrected. But we gonna come out here and correct every error we see.
That's right.
And don't care if you like it or not, because we care more about your soul than your feelings.
Malachi chapter 2 verse 7. For the priest's lips.
The who?
Priest's lips.
That's your pastors. That's your so-called community leaders. That's your activists. Who call, because most activists call themselves pastors or prophets or whatever. They started in that field first and transition. But that's these people who claim to lead the community. The priest's lips. Read.
And
the priest's lips.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
Should keep knowledge. Now your question has to be, my sister, what is the knowledge that their lips should be uttering?
Bring it out!
What is that knowledge? That's the problem with us. We don't ask questions. Because what we've been taught, oh, don't question God. You're not questioning God, you question the person who lied to you.
Hey.
See, we all been caught up in this trick bag to not want to ask the pastor, hey man, what are you talking about?
Right.
What the hell are you really saying?
Teacher!
Read.
And they should seek the law.
The what?
The law.
God's laws. Back, full circle back to your first question. Right. This is how we're going to change our community. This is what it's going to take to change our community, God's laws. Nothing changed without it. Everything stays the same. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Because without God's laws, ain't no change, sis. It's no change without God's laws. God said that a woman's supposed to have on a dress. Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Deuteronomy 22 and 5, sis, look. Yes, he did. Prove to me he did. Yeah, exactly. Read. Come see. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Hold on. Joshua 6. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now my question to you is, what pertains unto a man? Because all our educated people know that that dresses belong to women. Yeah, I know. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
See, that's the problem right there. Because that's why God did not want women in pants, because it puts a manly spirit on you.
That's right.
And you are so emboldened to where you want to tell God what he meant.
Right.
You got that. Give me that. My ways, my thoughts are not your thoughts. You are so emboldened and know the word of God, and you in the midst of sin.
That's right.
Make that make sense.
Bring it out.
We are a downtrodden and just a degenerate people without God's word, man. We need God's word. We argue of things we know nothing of. Read.
Isaiah 55 verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts.
To the black woman all across the world who think that God never told them that they had to wear a dress, God say his thoughts are not your thoughts. Read.
Neither are your ways my ways.
The way you intended to with pants to mean is not what God intended them for. There's no such thing as women's pants.
Right.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.